Hi family, hi family. This is Dr. Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy. And I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the sacred art of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. This video is going to be about your body composition and why it's important for you to know your body composition. So your body composition shows you your true weight, your metabolic age, your bone density, how much water you have in your body fat percentage. Let me see what else I'm missing. Get my little form. So it tells you your true weight, your body fat percentage, your body water percentage, your muscle mass, daily caloric intake, your metabolic age, bone mass, and your visceral fat. So I like to give my clients a overview of all of those that I just mentioned to you. So this is the one sheet that they walk out with. Whenever they want, if you want to have this done every time you come in for a service, this requires nothing of me to have you stand on the scale. I write it down and then we just dialogue about what's normal for you. I give you a copy and then you keep a copy. The copies that I keep in your file will chart your progress or your detour. That's how I work with you, right? So there'll be times where I'll say, like if a client comes in and we're doing a colonic and they're telling me about their fast, and I'll go, you know what, let me do your body composition before you leave. And then when you come back for your second of your 3 series, we'll do it again. And then when you come back for your third session, you'll have 3 of these to compare, minimum 7 days apart. So you can see what your body is doing in real time. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that is that you don't have to wait to have an appointment with me to do your body composition. Everything that I offer you within reason, you can do yourself. So body composition is one of them. All you need to do is purchase a body composition scale. If you don't have one and you're local, I have a couple here. I normally keep them for my students. So when they graduate, if they want to purchase one, it's already here. But if I have clients that want to purchase one and walk out with it because I've trained them to take care of their own body composition and not be dependent on somebody in a white jacket to tell you what is normal for you, then you can purchase one from me or you can order it on Amazon. It really doesn't matter. And a body composition scale is a body composition scale. They don't really change that much outside of like a couple of different features. So it's up to you. And then I also train my colon therapists to know how to pull a client's body composition along with their heart rate, their respiration, their oxygen level, and their type, your blood type. I teach my students how to do their blood type for themselves and their clients. And it's also in their foundation level manual, the instructions on how to do all of that. See? Body composition. Give them the instructions in their manual. So I'm going to go over what each one of these mean so that you can be empowered to manage your own wellness. One thing that I like to share with my clients is that it is so empowering to go to your doctor's appointment and you have a list of maybe like 5 of these, right? At different aspects in the month at the same time, because anytime you're monitoring your blood pressure or your oxygen level or your body composition, you always want to take it at the same time in the day, consistently, at least 3 to 4, what I want to call it, documentations of your numbers, right? So when you go to your doctor's appointment, you can let them know like, hey, this is what's normal for you. You've been saying that my blood pressure has been high. Actually, my blood pressure is not high because I've been tracking it for the last 2 weeks. And this is what I found to be true. You go in there talking like that, Yeah, you're going to disrupt the system. You go in there and you show them that you've been tracking your body composition, your true weight, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. And you want to have a dialogue on why what they have been giving you is starkly different. Let's talk about that. You see how you can go in very empowered because you know what's happening with your body in real time because you are managing it and you're not just sitting back allowing somebody to dictate what's happening to you, and then you just take a pill and you don't know what's happening and you're not tracking anything, and then you have a third nipple growing. It's like, what the hell is this? Well, love, if you give your power away, you get whatever you get. But when you tend to your own garden, you tend to get what you tend to. How about that? So let's get into it. Your true body weight. This body a body composition scale is going to give you your true weight. And what I mean by true weight, we're talking about your hair, your nails, your skin, the water in your body. Everything is measured in its true weight, and it tells you exactly what's happening there, right? So you need to know your true weight. Now, I do want to say, if your weight fluctuates anything below or under 10 pounds, that's totally fine. That's just water weight and lymphatic waste moving and shifting. So you will naturally be heavier in the morning than you would be in the evening because you're working, you're moving, you're shifting stuff around. So by the end of the day, you're going to be just slightly smaller than you were when you woke up in the morning. So be aware of that when you take your weight. If you want, you can take a morning weight at, let's say, 8 o'clock, and then an evening weight or afternoon weight at 5. And then do that consistently for about 2 weeks. And then you can see what happens. And then for women, you might want to do this for 4 weeks because now you get to see each stage of your menstrual cycle. And a woman goes through 4 stages in a month. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that later. But you want to track how your body responds lymphatic wise, waste wise, and water wise as a woman for 1 month. If you've never done that as a woman, it would behoove you to do that. You are going to learn so much about yourself, why you have habits the way you have them, why you speak the way you speak, why you have this emotion over that emotion at this time of the month versus that time of the month. It's really very clarifying when you narrow down like that and just pay attention to yourself. If you've never done that as a woman, you definitely want to do that. So that's your weight, your true weight. So your body fat percentage is basically what it says is the amount of fat versus muscle in your body. Now, here's the thing. Men's body fat is starkly different from women's body fat. I'm going to give you another caveat. Black women body fat is very different from every other woman on the planet body fat. White women's body fat is totally different from every other woman on the planet. Do you get where I'm going with this? So when you look at a chart like this, actually, when you look at a chart, this is a universal chart that all bodies and races and cultures are shifted through. There's a problem there. You cannot shift the entire world's population through one funnel and then gauge everybody on that one funnel. It does not work that way. It's impossible. And that is the way the medical field and the medical system is designed. Since Rockefeller put it into place in the early 1900s, nothing has been shifted or changed since he put it in place. So do you understand the problems here? So if you are a Black woman, and this is a fact, you can fact check me if you want to, but it's a fact. And I can only speak from being a Black woman and speaking from that perspective. When you go into a medical hospital, clinic, field, whatever, to go get any checkups, they're going to put you through a system like this. You will always be under or over. You will never fit on their chart. So you will always have high blood pressure. You will always have low blood pressure. You will always be overly fat, or you will be under fat. My body type has never fit in the medical field. Never, 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 never. If I were to listen to the medical field, I would not be sitting in front of you today. I would not. I would probably have offed myself, honestly. If I would tell you what I was told from medical doctors. And the crazy thing about it was that the only thing that I had that was a plague was that I had asthma as a child. But the information that was given to me and to my parents, if my parents would have believed it and trusted it, and if I would have absorbed it, I wouldn't be in front of you today. I would not. I would have been dead. They were trying to do all kind of stuff to me. Wow, I haven't said that in a long time. That's interesting. Full circle. Look at that. Wow. So anyway, your body fat percentage. You do not want your body fat to be half of your body weight. Most of the time when I do this, I see women, their body fat is like 45%. That's a lot, yo. That's a lot. And what does that look like? It looks like an extended and distended abdomen. It looks like a lot of lymphatic waste in the face, in the neck here. It looks like big arms, it looks like fibroid cyst and tumors. That's what that looks like. So if I see that, my main goal with women or men, if it's half your weight, I start working on your lymphatic system. That's where I start going. Yep. The next that I really want to pay attention to, especially as a colon therapist, is the amount of water you have in your body. This fact blows people out the water. I often have people say, oh, I drink plenty of water and I'm hydrated, I'm this and I'm that, and I do, aloe vera and da, which is fine. It's beautiful. Trust me, I know when somebody is taking the herbs because you start looking like it. You got to remember that. Your body is going to look like whatever it is you consume, including visually and audibly and in your heart space. Just an FYI. So, with that being said, when I show people their body water percentage, your body water percentage as a woman should be between 45 to 60%. And then as a man, it should be 50 to 65% and up. Now, when I have a woman come in, woman and a man or a man, I want them to be closer to 60 and above versus closer to 45 and 50 and then like hanging out there. I will prefer for you to go this way versus that way. So if I know that your body water percentage is a little low before we start the colon therapy session, it doesn't matter what we're working on. I'm going to shift to hydrating you. That's what I'm going to do. The whole goal now is shifting to hydration, and I'm going to shift the way that I administer the colonic, and we're going to slow everything down. And then after that, I'm going to do another reading and have you stay on the scale again so that you can see the difference in your body when you first came in versus after you had the colonic, and how much water you have in your body now and how you feel. When I do that, people are like, wow, Mo, this is crazy. And you see it in real time. You literally see it in real time. So it's really phenomenal. I don't go over your muscle mass or your daily caloric intake because I'm not a doctor in that sense, but you do have the numbers if you want to go and research that. I still do give you numbers, but I don't go into that. But I do go into the metabolic age. Now, the metabolic age is who you are at a cellular level. It is literally the age of your cells. and the age that your cells are operating at. This is all about aging and disease and illness. When you can find out this number, you are golden. Now, oftentimes, I'm 47, right? I will have a woman or a man come in and we're about the same age, in our late 40s and all that good jazz, and we're doing our thing, and I'll do their body composition, and their metabolic age will come up over 90 years old. And they're like 47, 48, and I'll share that with them and they'll go, what? And I go, now, take that number over 90 and then look at all of your ailments and tell me if that doesn't match someone who is 90 years old. And they look at me and they go, oh my fucking stars. Bingo. Now, how do you start reversing that? Hydration, emotional rest, calm nervous system. And keeping your 5 channels of elimination open. Your colon, your kidneys, your lungs, your skin. 5th for women is our uterus. You can gently start bringing that metabolic age number down, because truly your metabolic age should be underneath your true age. Now, I don't like to tell people this, but I always get asked this. Well, Mo, what's your metabolic age? And I'm like, you don't want to know that. They be like, tell me. I'm like, I shouldn't. They be like, tell me. And I'll go, 9 years old. They be like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I don't believe it. Show me. So I'll take my shoes off. I'll stand on the scale and they will see the number. They'll go, oh my fucking stars. I keep telling y'all, health is very simple. Looking young is very simple. You don't need Botox. You don't need all of that extra like strips and stuff people are putting on their face and rice water. And I got caught up in that too. I did get caught up in that, but I'm just like, I know better. What the hell? That's a whole nother video. We'll do that later. So last but not least that I want to talk about, I don't go over the bone mass either, because again, I am not a doctor in that sense. I'm a metaphysical doctor, not a Western medical doctor. So nothing that I do here is medical. But I do go over your visceral fat. Now, your visceral fat is the fat that's around your organs. So if this is my heart and this is fat, what I'm looking at is the fat that's around the organ, right? That's what I'm looking at. When I see that number high, like technically your visceral fat, I'm looking at my chart, should be between 1 and 12. That's healthy. Anything over 12 is unhealthy. I don't care how old you are. If that number is even 11, I'm looking at you like, we need to do a 10-day cleanse now. We need to do a parasite cleanse now. We need to do a lymphatic cleanse now. We need to shift your food content up now. We need to get you on some lymphatic herbs and colon herbs right now. You do not want to have fat around your organs. Trust me when I tell you. Let's just say if you have a heart attack and somebody goes into CPR to try to bring you back, they have to pump through all of that fat to get to your heart. So you're making it harder for yourself to be revived if anything happens to you. You're creating a barrier. That is one fact that I always hold in the back of my head, is that if I stay healthy and if anything happens to me, my body will snap right back. Like there won't be any issues with trying to bring me back because there's no blockages anywhere. But people don't think like that. You know, they just don't think like that. So what am I trying to share with you? I'm trying to share with you that you can take care of your health and wellness and know exactly what's happening with you. I'm always aware of what's happening with my true weight, my metabolic age, my bone density. Like I do that sometimes twice a month. And I just make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Literally, you can chart this yourself. every week. Just do it every week. Get a binder and then put this in there. Imagine if you had your own wellness binder where every month you're putting something like this in there for you, and you can chart what's happening. And then on the back, you can write whatever herbs you're taking and why you're taking it. So now you have a book of information that you can take to your doctor's office and say, hey, I have a history of me being well. So whatever you have me putting me on, health-wise with medication, it don't line up with what I have done. So we need to have a conversation. Getting to clarity like that with your health is beyond powerful. Beyond powerful. I've been managing myself like this pretty much the whole time my son has been here, 18 years. And then prior to that, that's all I remember. And I'm okay. I'm doing just fine, as you can see. So with that being said, my name is Dr. Mo. I'm going to come back on and talk about how to take your blood pressure, how to do your oxygen levels. We'll talk about all that, how to find out like your blood type. I'll show you how to do all of that as well. All right. My name is Dr. Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist. My office is in Torrance, California. My website is Moya, MOYA, bodycare.com, and I would love to be of service to you. Until then, stay magical.